Hi, my name is Georgia, and I will be your teacher for this first in a series of many kids paint-ins sponsored by the Society of Decorative Painters. Now, students of all ages can register for these classes. And remember, this video is available always. So if you don't finish your projects, you can always come back, or you can get your friends and come back and start something new. Just remember, it's always available. So let's get started on painting introduction to color theory from a child's eyes. Thank you. All right, so first, let's introduce the supplies that were on your list. We have a paint palette to mix the paints on. We have our water up here, our water bin, paper towel. We have our paint colors, red, yellow, and blue. And I have already used my graphite with my stylus to put my pattern on. I have a round brush, my Identipin for later. And here is my stylus. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, let's put out a small puddle of the three primary colors. Okay, we will have red. First of all, let me make sure you're looking at your color wheel diagram. So let me put that out for you. So I am going to put a little drop of red at the top of my palette. Then we'll put out yellow. Oh, that wanted to be shook. Let's shake that up just a little bit. So there we have yellow. And then we're coming over here to have blue. So I'm just putting, I probably have too much for you on here. Oh, for Pete's sakes, what's going on? So I have to shake that one up too. All right, we've got them all. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our round brush, have your paper towel in hand, and if you'll look at the color wheel chart that you received, we're going to paint the red square, the yellow, the pie shape, the yellow, and the blue. So here we go. I'm going to come into the side puddle of my red, and I am going to paint my red heart pie shaped on this color wheel. It goes right here, and we can quickly put that on. Okay, how you doing? So I'm just going around the color wheel, and it's okay if you go on the black line, the graphite line that you made. There we go. We have that pie shape. I'm going to go in and go right on the lines. Okay, let's see here. There. So that's our red. Now I'm going to wash my brush out. Wipe it on the towel. And now next I'm going to go into yellow. And if you'll look and see on your color chart, yellow is the pie wedge. That's just, we skip one and then we come down to the yellow. So we'll come down here and paint in our yellow wedge. Quickly get that in. Okay. And I'm turning this around and around, kind of like what you might want to do just to make it easier. And please just go over the lines. I'm pulling paint away from the puddle. All right, now we'll have our yellow pie wedge, and it'll be just like that. So I am going to wash my brush out, wipe it with a little paper towel. The next color on your color wheel chart is the blue. So we're going to skip one and come up here and paint blue. Let's do that. Pull this out from the side. We've got blue, we're pulling it out from the side. I hope you're going to love these classes. Some of you may have already done the color wheel in your prior classes, or maybe some of you are doing the color wheel right now. But if you haven't, this is a real simple, happy class for you to learn to mix a few colors so that you'll have more. You'll know how to mix a few more colors to make you happy. Okay. I guess I better straighten that line out. It's okay. There we go. I'll finish up with this. Now, these colors, again, are called our primary colors. They are red, yellow, and blue. And I'm washing out my brush. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do, now, before I go any further, did you draw out down below the little chart that I gave you? There's the line drawing. There's a little chart down below here where I am going to just put a little touch of red where it says red right there below my little color chart. There we go. There's the red. And we can do that as we go along. So blue would be this one. Let's skip a little square and put our blue in. And this is like, there we go. And I'm washing my brush, and next to the blue, I see we have the yellow. So we're just going to paint the yellow in. And I see I missed adding on one because next to the yellow is purple and then green. So I'm just going to take my Identipen, and I happen to have this little ruler here. And these are little things that happen in painting as you go along. You kind of fix things as you go. So there we have that other one that I was missing. And there's my Identipen. Put the cap back on. Okay, again, down below we have our three primary colors. Okay, so now we're going to start mixing these colors. So with I'm going to take out a little puddle, teeny tiny drop. I want equal parts of red. Red was the first color we put in the color wheel. So I am going, oopsies, that one kind of squeezed out. I'm going to get rid of that. See, these things happen. And this is just showing you how to correct. There we go. I am going to now put out a drop of red. Let's see if we can get one drop of red. There's a drop of red. Good job. I hope you guys are having a better time getting your colors out. Now I'm shaking up my bottle of yellow, and I want to put just a drop of yellow out. Just a drop, equal parts, the same amount put it right next to and there's the drop. Okay, very good. Now, with our palette knife, or we can use our brush. Those who didn't get a palette knife, let's go ahead and show you how to do it with the brush. I have equal parts of red and yellow, the two primary colors on the color wheel. So I'm going to bring this up a little bit closer to you. I'm going to mix these two colors together. Okay. I'm mixing. Get all the yellow in. Mix really good. Mix that yellow in there with that red. And look at that beautiful orange that I got. It's equal parts of yellow and red make orange. And that is what's on the color wheel chart that you have. So let's paint in orange. Ooh, isn't that a pretty orange? You get that from mixing equal parts of yellow and red. So let's paint in the wedge that's in between the yellow and the red. And we'll probably use all of that orange. Bring it on over. Bring it on over. Okay. That is such a pretty orange. We didn't add any other color, but just equal parts of the yellow and the red. And that just was beautiful. Really turned out nice. So now you know you can paint a pumpkin. You just made yellow and red made orange. So I'm washing out my brush. Okay, washing out my brush. Now, what are the next two colors we're going to mix? Let's look on our color wheel. We have yellow and blue. So if we mixed equal parts of yellow and blue, we got green. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to take my yellow again, and I'm going to put just a little dot and put it out here where you'll have plenty of room. I have a dot of yellow. So let's shake up our blue. Let's go like that. I put way too much paint out there on the top, but the next time you do this, just a little bit, as you can see. All right, we're going to bring out one dot of blue that is the same size as the yellow. And again, I did not have a palette knife. I am mixing this yellow with this blue, equal parts, and keep mixing. You mix until you do not see any yellow and you don't see blue. But what beautiful color did you make? Look at this. This is really cool. All right. We spread it out. I don't have a whole lot of blue. I don't see blue out here, and I don't see yellow. I have equal parts of yellow and blue. All right, I have green. So I'm going to come through here, and I think that I did forget to put my orange down there, but I'm going to do it with the green. So here we go. Let's paint our color wheel with this green. Okay, look at this. It's a beautiful green. Okay, and I'm turning it around so I don't get my hands in it. And I'm coming down the sides. My yellow is all dry now, so I can clean it up along the edges if I need to. Bring your green way around the side. Oh, this is cool. All right. Okay. I now have red and yellow made orange. Yellow and blue made my green. So I don't have to go out and buy a bottle of green, do I? Isn't that a pretty green? Okay, what's next? This is kind of fun. All right, look at our color wheel chart. Our next is we're going to make equal dots of red and blue, and we're going to get purple. Isn't that cool? So let's do that. We're going to get out our blue. Again, I shook it up anyway, just in case. So I'm going to pour out equal dots. Let me get here so you can see. I'm going to pour out a dot. Yes, a dot of blue. And what? What other color? Aha! Red. We're going to pour out red right next to it. The same equal parts. And see there, it just flipped another dot of red on me. Well, I don't want that on my palette, so I'm just going to try to get it off. Get it off my palette. There we go. I don't want to have any more red in my brush. Then I have the blue. Okay, there we are. So now we're going to mix our red and our blue together. And remember, I don't want to see red. We don't want to see blue. But we'll see a beautiful purple. Okay, so you mix it until you can't see red or blue. And I am really got a gorgeous color of purple on here. Oh, look at that. So up here, primary colors of red, yellow, and blue. And we made orange and green and now purple. So let's paint our next wedge purple. Okay. Boy, that's a beautiful purple. Coming around here like this. Get that wedge in there and paint it all purple. This is so cool. I am so glad you joined me today. This is a really fun project, and we'll keep moving along. We have another class coming up after this one, further down in the months, and that is we're going to paint rocks. Oh my goodness. We're going to paint all kinds of things on rocks. You know, rock painting is really popular right now. And you can put rocks out. You can place them in places where other people can find them. Wouldn't that be fun? Look at that. I have my color wheel. Now I'm going to go down here and remember your line drawing. So, whoopsies, don't get in my purple. So down below on the color wheel, down below the color wheel is a little graph. So we have our red. Do I have any more orange? I have just a little bit of orange left. I think I'm going to put orange. Well, so what did we do to get orange? I'm going to go up here and put a dot and a dot of my red and yellow. Since my orange dried up, I can come up here and grab a yellow and a red and mix it till those colors are gone, and then come down below here. I want you to see, and in between I can paint this orange. It's not quite as dark because I didn't put it in first. So washing out my brush, then we have the primary color of blue and yellow. So now I can put purple. I still have a lot of purple left. I can put purple down below. Okay. Wash my brush out, and I still have a little green left. So I can put green down here. Now remember, if your green dried up, what do you do to get green? We're going to go a little dot of blue and a little bit of yellow, and I'm mixing them together so I do not see yellow or blue. I see green, and those are equal parts. And look at that. Just with my brush, I mixed those colors. All right, we have painted the color wheel. Now, most of this is dry, and in our instructions, we had an identipen. This is what an identipen is. It has a small point on one end and a larger point on the other end. And I think what we're going to do, I took the large end of my identipen, and I'm going to kind of go around the color wheel outside of it so I can kind of get the design so that it looks nice. It looks complete. Let's do that with our identipen. Whoops, I went outside the line. Well, I'm okay. Did you go outside the line? I bet you did. But we're okay, aren't we? We're just taking the identipen on the large side of it, the large point, and we are drawing around our color wheel to get a finished look on that. Okay? Keep coming around. Some of the darker areas you won't be able to see very well. Keep coming around. There we go. We're doing pretty good. Now, let's make our wedges. Let's separate our wedges. This is really going to be cool. Separate your wedges right on down the line. And it's okay if you go out of line. I did, just a little, but don't panic. All is good. And I need to go down the red side and the purple side. All right. And it looks like I put my finger in my orange down here. Did you do that too? Put your finger in there. Look at that. But we'll just repaint it and we're good to go. Okay, now here's something you can do if you want to. If you take your brush, and this is a round, and flatten it out a little bit. And let's go into some of the blue. And if you take a look at your edges here, look at the fun design around it. If you want to, we can take our blue, flatten it out like that. I think what I'm going to do, stick with the blue for a while and flatten it out like that. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So we can come around here and make a border. And you can make a border using your 3 primary colors. Now, if you like blue, you can make blue going around, okay? So if I wanted to put red for a while. Come over here. Bring your red out from your puddle. Flatten out that brush. And let's make some red. We'll make our border really pretty. Make some red. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using the 4 primary colors to go around the color wheel, go around my palette. Okay, I washed my brush and I'm kind of coming in on the side of this yellow. And I kind of would do the same thing. Whoops. Oh. Here we go. All right. Let's do the same with the yellow. Pretty, pretty. Just something to make a pretty border. Okay. All right. All right. And you can go all the way around, make your own design, do whatever you want with it. With your Idena pen, you can put all the words in just like this. Color wheel, and then primary color red. Okay. Secondary color, this, the one that we made, red and yellow is orange. That is our secondary colors. Primary is first, secondary is second. So we have primary red, primary yellow, and the word yellow is in there. So if you want to do that, you can do the same thing. Finish up your color wheel and come up here and print. Print your words color wheel. How's that? And then again, when all these are dry, go ahead and finish it off like your color chart is here. And you will always have this color wheel to go back on. Put a date down here in your name. And my name is Georgia. So I'm going to put my name, Georgia, and 2021. That was the date, year that I made my color wheel. So I think this is absolutely fun. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to email me. These classes are going to be fun, and you're going to become such knowledgeable artists. So thank you for taking my class, and I hope I'll see you in the rock painting class. Bye-bye for now.